and welcome to World War G. I'm Troy.
Troy is literally one of a kind. He's a goblin or a hobbit or a kobold, which is a type of gremlin.
I'm AJ.
AJ? What kind of name is AJ? What, do you race cars?
So, before we get into anything here,
Yes.
The government just recently said that those that are fully vaccinated can go in and out of doors without masks. You don't need a mask anymore.
Is there, like, from my understanding, or at least from what my work was saying, they said that there's kind of a 14-day, like, after you've been fully vaccinated, 14 days, and then, like, mask-free? Is that the case? Or...
Probably.
Okay.
Probably.
Your work's a little more lax about it.
It is. So it got me thinking, since we're kind of on the tail end of this whole thing.
Knock on wood.
Yeah.
Right.
This whole pandemic thing. I just thought we'd take a few minutes here and kind of talk about what the past year has been for you and for me, and stuff that has changed or stuff that stayed the same, and kind of what we're going to do going forward, because I think my life didn't change that much. Like, I had a very different pandemic than a lot of people, I think.
Right. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm like, oh, you get to stay inside? Okay. You get to, like, and maybe it's, like, shallow to say, but the biggest thing that kind of, like, irks me off is traveling and also movie theaters.
Yeah, I didn't like that. That was probably the hardest thing.
Right? And the masks.
Well, I got used to those after a while.
Really?
You get used to it. Yeah.
Especially in the cold. It was nice in the winter. I'm just like, ooh. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you have like a, onion sandwich or something for lunch, and then you're just tasting it the rest of the day, or smelling it.
I don't know who's eating onion sandwiches for lunch. But
well, I'm just saying.
They know this was 1923. Great Depression.
Times are tough. We all can't be making it rain. Some of us are making it hail.
Oh, okay. Yeah, with your change?
Yeah.
Well, what I mean by my pandemic, I think, has been a lot different, is I had a full-time job the entire time.
Yeah, we were essential.
Yeah.
I did get, like, at work, they cut back on our hours for a little bit, and we had, like, some weird-ass schedules, but now it's kind of, like, gone back to normal.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
So when people talk about, I stayed home for months and never went out, I'm like, bitch, I was out every single day.
Yeah.
Going back and forth from work.
Right.
Like, that didn't change much. I met Ashley in the GF in February, and we kept dating through the whole thing.
The whole pandemic. And if you can survive a pandemic, you can survive anything.
Exactly. And you and I kept recording every week during this whole thing. Face to face, like we are now. So not a whole lot other than I couldn't go anywhere or really do anything.
It felt like I was also buying, like, supplies, not so much groceries. I was just, like, buying the essentials and buying the stuff that you need to, like, to survive. Yeah,
you almost felt like, those, like, apocalypse movies where before they go out, they put on, like, the gas mask and everything's all covered up and they have air tanks. That's what it felt like going into stores and stuff like that.
There was a great, what's that movie with, like, Peter Dinklage? I'm Not Alone Anymore. I think I'm Alone.
Yeah.
Kind of had that kind of a feel to it. That, and also, wasn't there I think it started with a C. They would actually walk. Oh, I know there was a movie, Zarahemla or something. Z for Zarahemla. Did you see that one? Where that one chick, she's got the whole suit on, walking around.
I never saw it.
That was really good. Like, underrated movie, but yeah, it was really good.
Okay.
But just kind of had that. I get what you mean. Like, had that feel to it.
Yeah.
I also washed my hands so fucking much.
Oh my gosh.
All the time. Yeah, I had to buy, like, extra bottles of lotion and stuff, and
my hands
disinfectant wipes, everything, wiping everything down.
Yeah.
We bleached the shit out of everything at work, including our assholes.
They didn't ask us to do that, but I did it anyway.
Exactly.
No, my hands were suffering.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was bad. Like, they were chapped and cracked and bleeding occasionally. Yeah, because I was washing my hands so much. So now that this is kind of, it seems to be coming to an end, at least here in the U.S.
Right.
Sorry, India.
Mm.
But at least here in the U.S. So coming out of this, do you think there's anything you'll do differently?
Fist bumps. Lots of fist bumps.
Yeah, shaking hands that's done, I think, for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know, like, I may still wear a mask occasionally.
Really?
Like cold and flu season.
Yeah.
Like with this whole thing,
I kind of liked it. It was a comfort.
Yeah, I didn't get, well, I mean, I got COVID. I did get sick.
Yeah.
But I didn't get like a cold or a flu or anything. Like COVID nearly eradicated the flu.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was almost wiped out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like that's kind of crazy if you think about it.
Although it made you a little bit more paranoid because you weren't sure if it was a cold or if it was like, or you get like, explain your cough. Like, you so much as sneeze in public. Yeah.
Yeah. All of a sudden it was like Monsters Inc. if you walk out of the door and you have like a little sock on your back.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I think handshakes are over. I think birthdays, blowing on the birthday cake with the candles, I think that's, if I'm there and somebody's doing that, I ain't eating that cake.
No.
I'm sorry, no.
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 I survived one pandemic.
Yeah, last time somebody did that.
That's how the pandemic started.
Yeah.
With some of these other diseases, you find out how they initially started. It was a birthday cake for sure.
So anyway, but I was just curious.
Yeah, I do think it's really interesting to me, and I think that we'll adapt this from Oriental culture or Asian culture, where if they're sick, they wear a mask when they walk around in public.
Right.
I would appreciate that same courtesy if we would here in the U.S. If you're feeling sick, you're not feeling well, just put a mask on.
Wear a mask.
Yeah, you've worn it for a whole year. You know how to you know how to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it's a lot less like, if you did that pre-pandemic, people look at you funny. But now, people don't even notice you anymore.
Although it was the weirdest thing when I walked into I can't remember which store it was, but I walked into a store and I was wearing a mask and everybody else wasn't wearing a mask, and I felt weird. I'm like, do I take my mask off so I don't feel like
right?
I don't know.
Right.
It was.
Am I the weirdo here?
I saw
or
the staff wearing masks, but then everybody in the store wasn't.
Right.
And I was just like, yeah, I don't know. I had one of those pig face moment, Twilight Zone moments.
Right.
Is what it kind of felt like. Yeah. Like, shit, who's in the wrong? Who's
the ugly one here?
Yeah.
Nice reference, by the way. Twilight Zone. I like it. Classic episode.
We've already had a ton of references this episode.
We're only 8 minutes in. All right. Let's get into Today in Geek History.
Look, up in the sky. It's a bird.
It's a plane.
It's Today in Geek History.
Today, May 16th, you'll appreciate some of these.
Okay.
1929, the first Academy Awards of Motion Picture Arts and Science Awards were handed out at the banquet held at the Hollywood Roosevelt Hotel.
Nice. Wow, 1929.
Yeah.
So we're closing in on 100 years
of the Academy Awards.
The Academy Awards.
Right.
And somehow they're still somewhat relevant. Except this last one. I didn't even watch it. I didn't even pay attention to it. It came and went.
Typically, Troy, you're the one that has a party for it.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, you go all out for
it.
This is that was your Super Bowl, but this year.
I know.
That's weird.
It was hard. It was hard to care because I didn't really see any of the movies.
A lot of them were kind of lackluster or just, they were okay.
Yeah.
They were good for a pandemic movie.
Right.
During the pandemic,
Right.
But no, not on that level or that caliber of normal movies.
Yeah.
Although I do appreciate that a lot of filmmakers, they kind of had to find different ways around sticky situations, right?
Mhm.
There's like, okay, we got the social distance, so we'll keep these people here. We'll do this, and like, so I appreciate that. I also did notice that in a lot of these movies, there wasn't as big many groups of people. You know, it was kind of like left up to one actor or a few actors to hold the scene,
Yeah.
and to make it work.
Yeah.
Okay, so in May 16th, 1946, the musical Annie, Get Your Gun opened in New York Imperial Theater for its debut performance. It went on to do 1,146 more performances to
Dang.
become one of the most popular musicals in theater history.
It's a classic. I've never seen it, but it's a classic.
Did you ever, so you guys never like performed it at all? Or
Never performed Annie. Annie, get your gun.
I've heard a lot about it, like, and it's weird because like neither you or I have seen
Mhm.
this one, but we've seen like so many other
I know, we've
musicals.
seen a ton.
Yeah. And finally, May 16th, 2010, Japan conducts its first wedding in which the couple was married by a robot.
Oh,
The couple had a connection to robotics industry and wished for the robot. It was called I-Ferry to officiate their wedding in Tokyo. I thought that was pretty interesting.
robot minister.
Right? Like, so was it an AI performing the ceremony? And how does it actually go about becoming an ordained minister? I mean, I guess you can do it online. So
I'm an
just
ordained minister.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Okay.
I signed up with the United, what's that called? Something, whatever church.
So you have to like go by the power invested me from this person, you know, or from this church.
I don't have the official paperwork. I gotta send away for that, but I did.
That costs like $5.99.
$30.
Really?
Yeah,
Just for the paperwork?
just for the paperwork.
Okay.
So I
Did
technically.
you at least get an email?
Yeah.
Okay. Certificate?
So yeah, I am an
Have
actual
you officiated or performed any like ceremonies, weddings?
No, why you looking?
No.
Okay.
But I was just kind of curious. What made you decide to do that?
I was bored.
It's like 2 a.m. Like most people will be watching like infomercials and be like, "Damn, I really need that gun. Like I need that knife." You know, it chops through anything. And then Troy's just like, "I think I'll become an ordained minister."
I think it's called the Universal. Yeah, the Universal Life Church. That's what it is. That I'm now an ordained minister of the Universal Life Church.
Mazel tov.
Yeah, me and Conan O'Brien and Kevin Smith, and we're all ministers in that
Really?
church. Yeah.
Okay, in that church.
And you can literally go online and just fill in your information, register, boom, done. That's all you need to do. I thought it cost money. No. Anyone can do it.
What?
Yeah. You could literally do it while we're sitting here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I might.
Might as well.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
But would you ever let a robot perform your wedding ceremony?
Sure.
I feel like you would rather have like Superman or somebody else, you know, perform it.
Wow, that's tacky. Superman. A robot, sure.
Yeah, that's
Superman,
classic.
yeah.
Yeah. Superman, okay. I got standard. Although, which celebrity would you want to perform like a wedding ceremony for you? Who do you think would, like, okay, if you were to have one celebrity perform that and then the other celebrity be your best man and give a toast, who are those two people going to be?
Okay.
I mean, I'm obviously the best man, but like,
Sure,
if you had
sure.
to, like,
But like an actual celebrity.
yes, because I would completely understand, you know, if Robert Downey Jr. just showed up and said, like, "Hey, I'm the best man," like, you got me,
be something you'd do too.
dude.
Okay, everyone, I'm the best man, so if y'all could clear out, please.
Yeah.
So I think to officiate the wedding, you'd want someone with a great voice. So someone like Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
Or someone like
That you could like just listen to him read the dictionary, you know, and be like, all right.
Or someone like
Obama would be kind of cool.
Obama would be good.
Right?
Dang. What's his name? Gosh, dang it.
Podcast brain strikes again.
He was Alfred in Michael Caine.
Michael Caine, yeah.
He'd be a good one.
Ooh, that would be a really good choice.
Mm-hmm. For my best man, no. Well, let me pick the actual person. Yeah, you gotta go Morgan Freeman, I think.
Yeah, that seems like a pretty good, like, solid pick.
Yep. Oh, but James Earl Jones, though. Darth Vader. No, I gotta go Freeman. I gotta go Morgan Freeman. And then for my best man,
Yeah.
gotta be Tom Hanks.
I feel like he would, like, throw in some funny remarks,
Yeah.
whimsical, like, have a couple of, like, motivational things for you.
Yeah. But he could also be sincere at the same time. And
You wouldn't want him officiating the wedding, though?
no, I mean,
The voice.
you gotta get a good voice.
Yeah.
You gotta get a good voice. You don't want high-pitched, whiny Woody from Toy Story voice officiating your wedding. As much as I love it,
Yeah.
yeah, you want somebody with a bit more gravitas in their voice.
I like it. I like it. There you have it.
Okay.
That was today in Geek History.
All right. So let's get to This Week in Geek.
This weekend.
Geek.
So in the file of news that I didn't know that was happening, the Wonder Years reboot gets official ABC series order.
It's one of those ones, you know, a lot of the times you hear, oh, it's something we never asked for, but we didn't know that we needed it until we had it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's not the case with a lot of the shit that they say, but with this, I could actually be on board with it.
Me too, and I think because, if I'm not mistaken, I mean it's a black family, but it's them growing up in the same era, so it's the 60s. So I think that's going to be a bit more, it can be a bit more heavy-handed, a bit more
Edgy,
a bit more dramatic.
Yeah.
Bring a lot more issues of race and stuff to it. So, the classic coming-of-age television series, The Wonder Years, is officially getting a fresh reboot courtesy of the ABC network, who recently announced they have greenlit the series. The original series, which starred a young Fred Savage, was a family favorite that first aired in 1988 and continued to run for 6 seasons until the early 90s. And I was such a dumb kid that when I watched that, I thought it was actually in the 60s.
Really?
Yeah. And then I would see Fred Savage and other stuff like Princess Bride. I'm like,
Wait, what?
What? That didn't make any sense. Following the story of Savage's teenage character, Kevin Arnold, the show was narrated by an adult version of Kevin as he reminisced about his life growing up in a suburban neighborhood in the 1960s along with his best friend, Paul, and his girlfriend, Winnie. Winnie. Had a crush on Winnie.
Really?
Yeah. Danica McKellar. She was cute. The Wonder Years reboot has now officially been ordered to series by ABC, as EW reports. Work on this latest reboot, which will come to focus on the life of a black middle-class family living in 1960s Montgomery, Alabama, was originally announced back in 2020, with Monsters Ball director and creator of Empire, Lee Daniels, set to helm the production. So not only is it going to be a black family in the 1960s, but it's going to be in Alabama.
Wow.
Oof.
Yeah. There was definitely race is going to come up a lot in that show. For sure. That'll be pretty interesting.
I do hope that, well, no, I don't want to say that. Never mind. Move on.
So, Hasbro Marvel Legends line of collectible 6-inch action figures continues to roll out amazingly detailed toys based on the characters from the comics and the MCU.
I have a bunch of them right over there in that crate.
Their latest wave continues to focus on the Infinity Saga, which is basically the first 23 Marvel Studio films. All the figures in this wave are amazing, and there's one in particular that is the happiest of them all. Yeah, okay. Happy Hogan. Jon Favreau is finally becoming a action figure. as Happy Hogan. He's got a couple of different, like, he comes in a package with an Iron Man, like it's for Iron Man 3, and it's a gold Iron Man that's able to shoot like little rockets from his hands. But John, he's able to talk on the phone. He's got a little like phone. That's his one accessory.
He's got a phone?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
that's-
We could check that out.
Oh, okay.
So he seems pretty adjustable
Yeah.
for being a bigger figure.
Very articulated.
Right. But at the same time, that's just stupid.
It's a weird figure to have.
It is. Like, I guess if you're a completionist and a collector, you'd have to have it and add it to your collection. But
I'm not going to.
no, that's just like the stupidest one ever. Which I feel like they should turn him more into like a better superhero. Actually explore his past, right?
Right.
They've not really brought that up. They've kind of like hinted at it a little bit, and he's had to kind of step in at a couple of moments. But for the most part, he just stays on the sidelines and talks on his phone and calls Tony Stark when he's in trouble.
Right. So, in this crate,
Yes.
I have a bunch.
Damn, it's a big crate.
Yeah. I have a bunch of Marvel Legends in here. I mean, there's other stuff, but mostly it's Marvel Legends. Here's one of my favorites.
Oh,
Beta Ray Bill.
yes.
I absolutely love that character and that figure. Oh, here's another Thor figure.
Okay.
Uh,
But I do have to say, okay, if I'm gonna be like positive about this story, Happy does look like Jon Favreau. Like it looks uncanny.
He does.
Like that's pretty legit. That's some detail.
Yeah. That he might have like been digitally scanned or something,
Right.
which I wouldn't. Yeah, I got She-Hulk. I got Nova.
Cap. I saw Cap in there.
I got a couple caps. Silver Surfer.
No Cap. He's got a couple of caps.
Got Wesley Snipes' Blade.
Oh snap!
Magneto. This one's actually one of the original
Really?
Marvel Legends.
Okay.
Yeah. So is the Captain America.
And they all try to keep him at that same height, which is cool, which I appreciate.
6-inch.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Which Punisher was that?
That's just. What Punisher is this?
From the film?
No, it's like Marvel Knights Punisher, I think.
Okay.
I have a better Punisher in here somewhere. I actually like better.
Just because of the face features, or more like the actual Punisher
He
logo?
just looks better.
Okay.
Yeah. So this Captain America, I think, is from Series 1, if I'm not mistaken. Like the very first Marvel Legends series.
Not that like you're in it for the money, but dude, these are going to be worth some money down the road.
I could sell this Captain America and he's like out of the box.
Yeah.
Some of his joints are a little loose. I could still sell him for probably, $50,
Oh yeah,
give or take.
easy.
Yeah. So yeah, I haven't bought.
You're not letting your mom throw these ones away.
No. No way. I haven't bought a Marvel Legends figure. What was the last one I bought? I can't even remember. Because I haven't really seen one. I'm like, oh dang, I gotta have that. I did see a Shang-Chi one.
Yeah.
That would look kind of cool. Look kind of Bruce Lee-ish. Came with a bunch of different like hand poses and stuff. I thought
So you
that
could
was
actually
kind of cool.
have him doing some like pose stances.
I didn't pick it up. The last figure I got.
I'm not a fan when they have like 2 to a pack, because you might want one, but you're not going to want the other one.
Yeah, they always throw in kind of the lame one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, like Happy there.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that gold Iron Man isn't much better.
It isn't great, but yeah. If you want all the Iron Man figures, you got to buy that one.
Right.
You know.
Happy's just along for the ride.
Yeah, Happy's along for the ride. The last figure I bought was that Rocketeer figure standing right there.
That looks clean. That looks really nice.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've gone back and watched that movie, but I did. It was like 2 months ago, and then I also watched The Great Waldo Pepper.
I know the title. I don't think I've seen the film.
Oh, You would absolutely love it.
Yeah?
It's fantastic. Yeah.
All right. So I got Thor here. Okay. So we know James Gunn is doing the Suicide Squad.
Yes.
Well,
and he's still doing Guardians of the Galaxy 3 as well. Those
Yep.
are the two that he's for sure doing.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, it's funny. He did Guardians 2, and then Marvel let him go. And then DC was like, hey, come over to us.
Right.
We got you.
Yeah.
And then Marvel was like,
Did Suicide Squad.
Shit. Why did we let him go?
Right.
Then Marvel was like, hey, come back to us.
Right.
We got you.
Yeah,
but we got Disney money.
Uh-huh.
So he's like, cha-ching.
Cashed in on both of those. Man.
But here's the thing. Director James Gunn reveals that he receives daily threats online due to the confirmation that an unspecified number of characters will die in the upcoming film, The Suicide Squad. A standalone sequel to David Ayer's Suicide Squad, the film centers on the titular group of eccentric and dangerous criminals as they attempt to fulfill a series of life-threatening tasks for government director Amanda Waller.
Have we seen this to this extent before?
Threats?
Yeah. When it's daily threats?
Daily threats. Well, I mean, in this age of social media, it's easy to do.
Right. I
tag him.
People last week.
Yeah. I threatened a little 12-year-old earlier today.
Yeah.
I didn't, but,
Yeah.
So
help me God. I brought you into this world. I can take you out.
Listen here, you little fucker. I'm trying to think. I know a few celebrities.
I feel like they've gotten threats after the fact. After they did their role, people hated it.
A few celebrities had to leave social media because of
that. What's his bucket? Anakin.
Yeah. That was because of social media.
Right.
He was getting bullied and harassed at school and stuff, and yeah, he had a...
what's her bucket? Scarlett Johansson, for that one project that she was going to do that, she had to back out of because she was getting so many threats.
What project was that?
It wasn't Ghost in a Shell, but it was something else where she was going to be playing a trans character.
Oh.
Do you remember that?
I don't remember that. Oh, I did hear something about that.
Yeah, where she actually backed out. What was it?
That's right, because online pressure. Yeah. And some people are a little upset with Scarlett Johansson because she'll tout, equal rights, equal pay, all this stuff, but still take roles like Ghost in the Shell where it's an Asian character, or take a character where it's a trans character. It's like, well, one or the other there, Scarlett.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
Pick a lane.
Who's Elaine? Yeah. But this isn't this. You don't need to. You don't need to do this.
No.
You know what I mean?
There's not one character. I'd be upset, but I'd still probably go see the movie if they said, hey, in the upcoming movie, one of the big, Batman could potentially die.
Yeah.
Or,
who are you upset that's going to die? What, King Shark?
No! Not
Polka
him.
Dot Man?
Yeah.
Peacekeeper?
I think
John Cena's character?
One of the originals.
Harley Quinn? Oh, I hope so. I hope she takes a bullet to the face. God, I fucking hate that character.
I could honestly... I feel like John Cena's character, if he dies, there could be an uprising just because he's got such loyal fans that those could be the ones that are saying, hey, if he dies...
Well, I also think... I think he's not going to, because I think he has his own solo movie coming.
Oh, okay.
Of Peacemaker.
Yeah.
But that could be a prequel,
Right.
I mean, look at Scarlett Johansson again with Black Widow.
Yeah.
That's basically a prequel.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys, that's it. We're going to stop it right there. Yes, I know, I'm mean. But if you want to hear the rest of the episode, head to patreon.com/WorldWarG and sign up with us for as little as $1 a month. All right? Thanks for listening, guys.